New York City will require vaccinations or COVID testing for municipal employees starting mid-September. The mandate is dividing unions across the city. My next guest says the order ignores workers' civil liberties. New York City's local 2507 union president Oren Barzilay joins me now. He represents EMTs, paramedics, and fire inspectors across the city. Oren, thanks for joining us. With the damage that COVID did to New York City, the shutdown, and now with the Delta variant rising the way it is, you still are resistant to mandatory vaccinations. Why?
I just want to be clear first. We're not telling people not to get the vaccine. All we're saying is that it should be an individual decision. People should have a right of what's being injected into their body. There's so much misinformation that's given by one agency, a federal agency or a city agency. They're constantly contradicting each other. I haven't said this before, but I had two members who died within 4 days after getting vaccinated. I have countless others who have serious medical reaction and have serious medical conditions today because of the vaccination. They're not sharing all the truth about the side effects of this vaccine. They're glorifying only the positive things, which is great.
Right.
99% effective. That's something that they take pride of, but we don't know if that's the truth. And if it is 99%
so two things
effective,
here, Oren. Let me just jump in 1 second, if I can. Just two things then. Number one, are you? It's a coincidence that these two gentlemen died after taking the vaccine. You're not sure if the vaccine was the cause of their deaths. You're not saying you know that for a fact right now.
That's correct.
Okay. The paramedics and the EMTs, frontline workers, they connect the public to the hospital system. Are you concerned about the public relations aspect of it if they are resistant to taking a vaccine? Certainly, I'm in the public. If I know someone who's a paramedic and they haven't taken a vaccination, I'm going to question its effectiveness.
I understand that. But you know what? Now they're telling us if you're vaccinated, you can still carry the infection and you can spread it to somebody else. So what's the difference? If you're vaccinated and you can contaminate somebody else, how does that impact us? What will make a change? When we were out there, and we were the only ones out there that told to go in and out, when we were tested positive and had no symptoms, they told us, oh, just go back out there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just go do your job, save our city, and don't worry about it. And this is when we were the only ones who were allowed to go out there. When we were tested positive.
I got a minute to go. Believe me, I salute the work you did. It was amazing. The EMTs and the paramedics. Let me just ask, though, with a minute to go, is there something that can be done on the federal level, on the city level, that would make you feel better, that will assuage some of your concerns, particularly about the miscommunication?
If they told us that they will make sure our medical bills and we will remain on payroll should we have some sort of side effect from this vaccine, then it will put a lot of people's mind at ease. But we're not going to be kept on payroll, and they're not going to cover our bills. And as a matter of fact, yesterday the mayor announced that if we want to be COVID tested, we have to pay out of our own pocket. How is that reasonable?
Yeah.
Something's
going to have to happen. Oren, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm out of time. I appreciate your candidness, and I hope someone in charge is paying attention to what your concerns are. Thank you very much. I've got to switch gears a little bit here because not everyone, of course, is opposed to the requirements for vaccinations or testing. New York City Teamster Local 237 Union President Gregory Floyd says that the mandate is a responsibility. He actually represents 24,000 city workers. Gregory, thanks for joining. I'm not sure if you heard your colleague Oren, but he brought up some serious concerns, and I'm really surprised that perhaps members of your own union don't share these concerns. The mixed messages, the fact that it's an emergency approval for the vaccine. Some people are not happy that it hasn't received an official approval just yet, and some of the other mixed messages. Are any of your members saying, hey, Gregory, it might be responsible, but we're not ready yet?
Well, thank you, Charles, for having me on. And let me clear something up. I'm not opposed to the mandate to have vaccinations or testing. That's responsible. What I was opposed to is the way the mayor rolled this out. That's why there are a lot of concerns. Had we had a conversation before the announcement, all of these fears could be cleared up. One, no, you do not have to take the vaccination. You should, but you do not have to. However, to work for New York City, you have to be tested. Now, where are the testing sites? Who's going to pay for it? When to be tested? All of those things should be made clear in a policy. That's where the fear comes in. So I am not opposed to his policy. I'm opposed to the way we rolled it out. That's why we have so many concerns.
Have you expressed these? I mean, have they gone up the chain of command? Obviously,
Yeah.
Gregory, that this is a tough situation, and time is of the essence.
Yes, we are in discussions right now. Now, here's what is perplexing. Some of the policies won't take effect until mid-August, and most of the policy will take place in September. This is July 30th. What is wrong with taking the rest of this week, next week, to iron out whatever concerns we have before you announce the policy? It would roll out. The questions would have been answered before people's fears take place. Now that you have people scared, you have pandemonium, and that's never a way to operate. So everybody is dug in on their own ideas. Me personally, my family and I, we've taken the vaccination. We've taken it in March and April. We are comfortable with the vaccination. That's our personal concern. And we see a lot of other people. And when I heard my colleagues say,
Gregory, I'm sorry, I've got to jump in here, but you've represented your union well here, and you've articulated the issues. And again, just like your counterpart, Orrin, I hope someone up there is listening to these legitimate concerns, and I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much.